There's a reason they call him Hollywood's last true movie star. In an era where CGI heroes and influencer fame dominate, Tom Cruise remains something else entirely. A relic of the old world, yet still the face of modern cinema. He isn't just an actor, he's an empire. A man who built his legend not through controversy or social media, but through control, commitment, and calculated risk. From running across rooftops to flying real fighter jets, Tom Cruise doesn't just play the hero, he is the hero. And behind the charm, the jawline, and the billion-dollar smile lies something Hollywood rarely talks about. Power. The kind that doesn't just get you roles, but reshapes the industry itself. This is the story of how Tom Cruise became the most powerful star in Hollywood, and why, decades later, no one has taken his crown. The beginning of a machine. Before the global superstardom, before the stunts, there was just Thomas Cruise Mapo IV, a restless kid from a broken home. He grew up poor, constantly moving, with a single mother and an abusive father he once called a merchant of chaos. Acting was his escape. When he landed in Hollywood, the industry didn't see a prodigy, they saw another pretty face. But Cruise saw something different. He understood early that fame wasn't the goal, power was. By the early 1980s, he was already working with the best. Risky business made him a star. Top Gun made him an icon. Yet even in those years, behind the youthful grin, Cruz was studying the system, learning how studios, agents, and producers operated. He wasn't content to be another actor for hire. He was quietly building the foundation for complete creative control. Top Gun and the making of a legend. Top Gun hits theaters and instantly becomes a phenomenon. Cruz wasn't just playing Maverick, he was becoming one. The film made him the face of American cool, fast jets, faster bikes, and fearless charisma. But behind the sunglasses, Cruz was transforming himself into something new. A brand. He chose projects that elevated his myth rather than diluted it. Films like Rain Man, Born on the 4th of July, and A Few Good Men proved he wasn't just a blockbuster name. He was an actor with range, a perfectionist with discipline. Every move was deliberate, every decision precise. While other stars chased fame, Cruz chased longevity. By his early 30s, he wasn't just the most bankable star in the world. He was learning how to own his destiny. The art of control. What truly separates Cruz from every other Hollywood name is one word: control. When Mission Impossible came along in 1996, Cruz wasn't just its lead, he was its producer. For the first time, he had total authority over a franchise. He could choose directors, craft his image, and build a cinematic empire under his own company, Cruz/Wagner Productions. It was the moment Tom Cruise the actor became Tom Cruise the mogul. While others were at the mercy of studios, Cruz was signing the checks. The first mission. Impossible redefined spy cinema and gave Cruz a weapon more powerful than any paycheck: ownership. He learned to play the Hollywood system like a chessboard, and every move since has been strategic. Control the narrative, do your own stunts, and always, always deliver. The Stunt King. No CGI, no stunt doubles, no limits. Cruz turned his reputation for physical commitment into a cinematic identity. From hanging off planes in Mission Impossible, Rogue Nation to scaling the Burj Khalifa in Ghost Protocol, every death-defying scene became a brand promise. Tom Cruise doesn't fake it. The spectacle wasn't just about thrills, it was about trust. In an era of digital fakery, Cruz offered something real. Every headline, every viral behind-the-scenes clip reinforced one message. He's the last man standing between old-school filmmaking and modern illusion. Studios trusted him because audiences did. He turned authenticity into currency, and it paid off. Top Gun: Maverick didn't just break box office records, it reignited global cinema after the pandemic, proving that one man, in his 60s, could still carry Hollywood on his back. The obsession that built a dynasty. Behind the stunts and smiles, Cruz is known for his near-obsessive work ethic. Co-stars describe him as intense, demanding, and relentlessly driven. He memorizes not just his lines, but lighting setups, camera movements, and crew routines. He studies box office analytics like an executive. Cruz doesn't make movies, he engineers them. His control extends from script approval to final edit. Some call it perfectionism, others call it domination, but it's this total immersion that has made him untouchable. Every Cruz film feels like a statement, a proof of mastery. Even when his personal life made headlines, his marriages, his faith, his eccentric moments, the work never faltered. He understood something few celebrities grasp anymore. Fame fades, but power endures when it's built on discipline. The dark side of influence. But control comes with a cost. Cruz's relationship with the Church of Scientology has long shadowed his career. Critics have questioned his closeness to its leadership, while tabloids have linked it to his public controversies. The infamous Oprah couch moment in 2005, when Cruz professed his love for Katie Holmes, marked the first real crack in his invincible image. For a time, his reputation wobbled. Studios hesitated. The press attacked. But Cruz didn't collapse. He retreated, recalibrated, and then he waited. The man who built his career on risk knew when to stop playing offense. By the late 2000s, he shifted focus entirely back to what made him untouchable: movies. Slowly, the conversation returned to where he wanted it, not about religion or romance, but about results. And when Top Gun: Maverick hit in 2022, every headline declared the same truth. Tom Cruise was back, and he had never really left. Hollywood's last true star. In today's Hollywood, fame is fleeting. Streaming has shattered the studio system. Algorithms, franchises, and influencers dominate cultural space. But Tom Cruise remains immune. He represents something that doesn't exist anymore: the singular power of a movie star. He doesn't sell products. He doesn't post on social media. He doesn't chase attention. He commands it. He built a career not on relatability, but on distance. The mystery, the discipline, the larger-than-life persona. It's all by design. Cruz understood that audiences don't want to see themselves on screen. They want to see something greater. He gives them that, not through interviews or confessions, but through sheer spectacle. That's why he's lasted when others have faded. In a culture obsessed with access, he chose myth. And myth, as it turns out, lasts longer than fame. The businessman behind the blockbusters. Tom Cruise is not just an actor. He's a billion-dollar brand. His production company has maintained creative independence in a studio system designed to control stars. He negotiates back-end deals that make him one of the highest-paid people in entertainment. Not per movie, but per success. His box office shares, his marketing control, even his global partnerships reflect business genius. When Mission: Impossible Fallout was released, Cruz personally oversaw international promotion, coordinating stunts, premieres, and press events like a military operation. Every time you see Cruz smiling for a camera, it's not just PR, it's strategy. He has mastered Hollywood's oldest rule: never just be the talent, own the table, own the narrative, own the audience. Tom Cruise's story isn't just about fame. It's about control, endurance, and evolution. For 4 decades, he's been underestimated, mocked, celebrated, and feared. Yet through it all, he's remained Hollywood's most consistent force. He's the face of professionalism, the embodiment of cinematic passion, and the final proof that superstardom, real superstardom, still exists. Younger generations might chase viral fame, but Cruz built something timeless: trust. Every time he appears on screen, audiences know exactly what they're getting: authenticity, adrenaline, and awe. And maybe that's what Hollywood lost along the way: the courage to go all in. The world changed, but Cruz didn't. He kept running, literally and metaphorically, refusing to slow down. Whether he's hanging off cliffs, defying gravity, or defying the industry itself, one truth remains: Tom Cruise isn't just Hollywood's last movie star, he's its unshakable heartbeat. As credits roll and trends fade, one man still stands at the center of it all. No superhero mask, no social media campaign, just the name Tom Cruise. A man who turned movies into miracles, danger into art, and fame into an empire. Decades from now, when people talk about the golden age of cinema, his name will rise like a jet streaking across the horizon. Proof that true power in Hollywood was never about fame, fortune, or fear. It was about mastery. And in that realm, Tom Cruise remains the last maverick.